Today we're going to change a window regulator on a 2013 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid Limited. Hybrids are different than regular Sonatas, so don't watch a Sonata video if it's not a hybrid. There's so many differences. Even in the window regulator area, the door handle's different, the way it comes out. It's got wires connected to it. There's different clips, so this is the correct video to watch if you're going to replace your window regulator or your broken window or your window motor on a hybrid model, Sonata Hybrid. So I was driving down the freeway 2 nights ago here in Las Vegas. It was pouring rain, and I heard a loud snap when I put my window down. A bang. I almost thought the window broke. It was so loud. And I pretty much knew what it was. It was the wires, the cables on the window regulator. And the way that you can tell that is easy. If this will still go down and make noise, let's turn it on here. The first thing to check is to make sure, see, the motor's good. It's just spinning in there, but the cable is broken, so the window isn't moving. Now, if you need a way to prop up your window, the best and cheapest way are toilet shims for $2 at Home Depot, Ace Hardware, even sometimes CVS will have them. They're just toilet shims, and boom, right in there, and that window is not coming down. Okay, the first step is to get a little screwdriver, and there's a plate behind here. That's it, just pops right out. And then there's a screw here, which is a Phillips. The next step to take off the door panel is this little plastic piece right here. Just put a little screwdriver in there. Comes right out. Okay, the next step is to pop the pop rivets out of this door handle. It's very easy. You're just gonna, that's it, just like that. That's it. Now when you lift this up, you're gonna see some wires you need to disconnect here. So let me show you that. Okay, so the first thing is the door handle clip. This is really easy. You're just gonna pull it out. That's it. That's all you're doing. That's it. Here it is. The connector we're gonna pull out. Okay, so there it is. To do a window regulator, you're not going to mess with this at all. You don't need to. Window regulator is over here. Behind here, those steel bars that go up and down, that's connected to this here with a cable. And when this turns, it moves the cables and your windows go up and down. So what we're going to need to do is get rid of, remove all these bolts. To get behind there, this whole damn thing has to come out. And the problem is, everything comes out. This lock mechanism comes out. Behind the door handle comes out. On the hybrids now, because there's a lot of videos on a window regulator coming out of a Sonata 2011, 12, 13. But this one has a wire connected to it. So you can't just pull it out. If you do, you're gonna break that wire. I'll show you in a little bit how to take care of this. The lock has to come out. Door mechanism lock has to come out, so the whole damn thing, everything comes out. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but we'll get it done. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is this plastic piece. This has to come out because it has to go through this here, because this whole piece is going to be replaced. We have to put all these parts on the new piece. So the way this comes out is very easy, man. That's it. It's out. Put this to the side. Okay, the airbag piece here, you're just gonna unplug it. has a safety mechanism, just like that. That goes out, then you can pull it out. Don't listen to all these guys talking about you're gonna have to take it to the dealer to get this reset, disconnect your battery for an hour, and then pull this plug out. None of that's true, man. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen at all. So stop listening to guys who are making it more confusing. Or, you know, a lot of these videos are actually dealers. They want you to bring it in, so they're gonna lie to you. There's the motor, and mine's good. Remember, when you press the button and you hear it, that means this is good, and that's a good thing because, you know, this is a little expensive. It's a little more money than the window regulator. By the way, the window regulator, I purchased it for $50. Even brand new, they're $70. They're really cheap for this whole panel with the window regulator on the back of it. So this wire here, boy, this thing's a pain in the butt. You have to pull this whole thing out like this. That comes out, that's gonna come out. Remember, the whole panel here is gonna be replaced, so you gotta get everything ready. I already have my boots. I pulled them out, see, right here. Because remember, you gotta fish this wire through this old panel. Let's unplug the motor. And just be patient. If you're patient, you're gonna do it. If you're not patient, you're not gonna make it, man. All right, so this is good. We got it all ready. We got it ready to unscrew. And the window's up right now. Remember, it's pried up with my shims. For now, we're gonna leave it up there. It's not gonna hurt nothing. But if your window's down here and you're trying to pull this out, you're gonna break the window. So let's say you can't get the window up at all. Remove this very carefully. Don't pull it out. Stick your hand in here when you get it loose, and then pull the window out. You got to get that window out of there. Okay, so all these bolts along the side, it's a 10 millimeter. And you know, sometimes you might not have the tools. I improvise. I actually don't have a lot of tools. I'm just gonna stick that in there. And it's gonna work, watch. If you just have a socket and a socket wrench, you know, that'll work. It's gonna take you longer. I like to use the power drills, the power tools. Okay, the next step is this lock has to come out. And this is where it's gonna get a little tricky. These 3 bolts have thread lock because they don't want this ever moving. And when you try to remove a screw with thread lock, man, you better be like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You better be strong. And you better not strip this. These are stars, okay? I almost stripped it. I loosened them, but I tightened them back up to show you. So when you loosen these, just be prepared to be really, really torquing on it. But if you strip these, goodbye. I don't even know how you're gonna get them out. You have to go buy a tool, and they don't work well. And it grips it, and then you can get the screw out when you mess up, when you strip it. But if you want to save yourself some time, just be careful. If you're turning it to the left and then you feel it stripping, stop and hammer it in. So, okay, here we go. I'm gonna do it right now. Oh my God, okay, I got it. Remember I told you, I already loosened these earlier, but it took me a long time to loosen them without stripping them. So just be very careful. Ah, shit, there you go. This one's stripped. I stripped the one on the left. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna get a bigger one of these and I'm gonna hammer it in. It's actually not gonna fit, but I'm gonna hammer it in, which will make it fit and then it should be okay. Okay, on the strip bolt, I got a little bigger one. It actually doesn't fit, but I'm gonna hammer it in to fit. Yes, it works, okay? So if you strip it, just get a slightly bigger one. It won't fit, but if you hammer it in, it'll be fine. You'll be able to turn it out, okay? So these 3 screws gotta come out. There's your thread lock. Piece of shit thread lock. Okay, so the absolute hardest part of this job for me is taking this screw out and putting it back in. This screw holds the door handle in, okay? We got to unscrew it because when we take out the window regulator, you know, it's connected. So we're gonna pop this out. But the problem is, it goes in like this, okay? And you only have an area to unscrew it and put it back in straight on. So what I did, because I couldn't get it back in, trying to screw it in like this, I used a Dremel, and look what I did, see? So now I was able to go in sideways, because I was trying to put it in this way forever, man, for 10 minutes. Finally I said, you know what, I'm just gonna use a Dremel, and that's how it should actually be when you put it back in. But okay, the next step is, this is a 5/16, yeah, 5/16. This screw is extremely hard to get back in. This screw is connected to the door handle. So you gotta take out door handle, you gotta take out door handle, lock, everything. So if you drop this screw down here, it's a 50-50 you're gonna drop it. Unless you're smart and you got the magnetic one of these like I did. A little more money for these, but they're magnetic and I'm not gonna drop it. But if you do, it's okay, because when you get the side open, you can put your hand down there and get the screw. Okay, I just want to say, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just an average guy like you, trying to save some money and learn how to fix things on your own without an expensive mechanic or a damn dealership just there to rip you off. But what you have to have is patience and not to get freaked out, because I was freaking out when I had to take this off. I'm going to show you. As long as you don't freak out and believe that you can put it back together, okay? And take pictures if you want to. But when I took this out, I was worried, man. Taking out the lock. There it is. Okay? And I'm not worried anymore, but when you put this back in, just put it back in the exact same way and you'll be fine. Okay, this is another freak out for me when I had to take this out. Now the difference between my video and the other videos of the Sonatas is this is a hybrid. And right in here, there's a wire sticking out. You have to unplug. And if you pull too hard, you can break it, break the wire. So here's how we're gonna do it. You're gonna grab it and just gonna pull. Okay, I pulled it a little hard, but I got lucky. The wire's still good. There it is. This is where you're gonna unlatch it right here. Okay, next you're gonna have to unscrew this screw here and put it to the side. Make sure you remember what screw it was. This holds the whole damn door mechanism to the door. Because remember, You can't see it now, but this whole door mechanism comes out with the panel. It's huge, it's heavy, it's ugly, but that's the way the Hyundai does it. Okay, let me show you the panel. Window regulator panel. This was $48 brand new on eBay. Whereas I called Hyundai Las Vegas, these assholes wanted $450. So here it is. On mine, I'll show you when I get it out, the cable broke, connected to the motor. These two cables move the window up and down on these rails. That's all this damn thing is. But the problem is I have to put all the parts, all these parts, the speaker, the airbag sensor, the window motor, everything has to go on here. And the door handle, which is the hardest part. You'll see how big the door handle piece is. That has to be unscrewed and put on here. So you have to build it, which it's not really hard, but you do have to build it. Okay, I'm gonna start taking parts off. You can do it whatever way you want. You can take this out. It's just heavy, it's heavy. So, probably take the parts out first. It's a 932. Okay, we're ready to take off the panel now. If you notice over here, remember that door latch lock? That whole damn part is connected here, so it's gonna come out. You have to be very careful when you wiggle it out because that's a huge piece and it's very delicate. It's got plastic pieces on it. It has clips, it has wires, so just pull it out nice and easy. Don't worry about this wire right now. See the bar? You have to get it up over there, okay? Now, there we go, okay? These pain in the asses have to go through here. Look at that big old door latch. Okay guys, remember this. Remember I pulled this out? For that, pull it out of there. Okay, there we go. Okay, look at the size of this damn motor piece. Look at this piece of shit. That whole damn thing, okay? Now, there's a couple clips here I have to take out. Okay guys, on a hybrid, you have issues. The door handle, wire, okay, you have to feed it around. You have to unclip it because it goes all the way. Goes all the way. So you have to unclip this part and this one. So I'm gonna put down, okay, maybe I could do it, show you. Okay. Perfect. Now we can pull it out. Okay, get that piece of crap out of here. Now, let's look at it. Look at that. It's totally gone. This is what that loud bang was, man. This thing broke. Look at it. It's in. You could never fix that. That's why it's good to just buy a whole new panel. You can't string these back together. There's no way. Look at that, man. It's mangled up. So we're just throwing this whole damn thing away. This has to come off too and put on the new piece. So let's start doing that. Okay, so this is pretty easy to take off, okay? There's a clip here. Hope you can see this. Let's see if we can get closer. See this clip? You would press it in, and that's coming out, okay? Now remember, we're still connected, so we have to... Next, this is what you have to be careful with. This here. If you look at it, look at mine's already broken, but it's gonna be okay because the other pieces aren't. So you gotta press this down. No, let's see, hang on. Okay guys, you better be very careful. I already broke it, but it's gonna be okay if you look here. So this holds the door panel. Sorry, this holds the door lock and the handle to the regulator, right? So I already took off the other part. This is really hard to get off. What you need to do is you just need to push that down pretty hard. I already got it loose, but it took me a while. I thought I was gonna break it. I didn't want to have to go, order one of these and wait for it to show up. I was so nervous, but I actually got it. So you see how it comes out nice and easy? You may have to struggle with that, but just be careful when you press it down and pull it out, and that's it. So we got that out. And there it is, the whole damn door handle part that goes to the panel. Pain in the ass. Okay, so there's what it looks like without the regulator in there. I dropped a screw, and like I said, you see, you can pick it up when you get this all out here. Okay, here's the old piece of junk, broken part. The whole thing we could trash. We got everything off it, okay? Yep, we got everything off it. And we could trash that. Boy, look at that, man. It just broke in half. Look at that. Wow. Okay, we're gonna start putting parts on the new panel. So let's go get it going here, okay? Got it on. Okay, so this is pretty easy. You're gonna fish these door handle pieces through. Okay, and these 3 clips is very easy. You can see how it goes in. That's it. Okay, we're putting the motor on. window motor. Very easy. Boy, that went in so nice. Okay, we'll tighten those down, get that in. Your airbag sensor going back on. It's a Phillips screw. Okay, what you need to do, and I forgot to talk about it, was you got to make sure you can see these two screws. That tightens the window on right there, right? Just make sure you're going to be able to get to them before you put the motor on. Bring them down so you can see them both. And it's very easy to bring them down. You just move these up and down. I can't do it now because I already got the motor on. So I should have showed you guys to do that before you put the motor on. But I got the motor on now, so I can't do it. But you understand what I'm saying. So now we're going to be able to tighten them. There's, where'd it go? There it is. There's one. And then there's the other one. And that's going to tighten the window onto these clamps right here, and that's all there is to it. Another thing to be careful about, this is very flimsy. Look at this. If you break this plastic piece, man, you're gonna have to order it. It's gonna take a long time to get it. This is very flimsy. It's very heavy too. So when you're screwing around, putting parts on here, just be very careful. Don't set this down. If you set this down like this, okay, and it falls, bro, it's gonna break. I'm telling you right now, it's Hyundai, you know? It's gonna break, so be careful. So if you set this down to work on it, that's fine. Just put a border or some kind of block like this over here. And now this isn't gonna hit the ground, your door handle mechanism. Because like I said, it's flimsy. There we go, now we can put the speaker on. Okay, we're gonna start putting wires back. So the one that goes to the door handle and then the door mechanism on the side, we'll do that first. Okay, so we're gonna fish that in there. And then this one too. Then we can put the rubber seal back on there. Okay. We're gonna take my glass out because it's sticking down here and we can't have that. So let's take out the glass. Okay. Man, you better be careful with this glass because if you break it, it's expensive. You'd be calling Safe Light repairs.
Safe Light repair, Safe Light replace.
Oh my gosh, it's heavy. And that's that. Okay, we're ready to put it on. What I like to do is screw these in right away. Right away. I hate that. See, you gotta mess with it. It's not easy. And be careful too. Push that damn lock up there, okay, like that. Okay, now it's a good idea if you want to screw one of these in. So I gotta go get one. Okay, what I did was I just put one in over here, you know, to hold it up. So now we're gonna go over here. We're gonna do the hard part, put this lock on here. Right there. So we just have to line them up. Like that. And what you want to do is, you want to make these pretty tight, because this is the lock mechanism, you know? So if you can make it real tight, that's going to be good news. All right, so get this out. Okay. All right. Just make sure when you push, you have to put that screw back in. Make sure the whole plastic piece is like shifted this way. Make sure this screw is all the way to the right when you screw it in. And make it really tight and you'll be fine. So let's get it in. Pretty easy. Okay, next is the door lock, and you're just gonna put it in just the way it came out, nice and easy. If you notice, there's a hole here. There's the hole that you screw it back in. But I had trouble with it, big trouble with it, so. Okay, so let's try to screw it in. And if you can't get it in because it goes in sideways, you can always do what I did with the Dremel. I shaved a bunch off here so I can go in on that angle, because that's the way it, I don't know how anyone gets it in straight ahead, man. Let's see. There's the screw inside here, right here. Let's move this camera out of my way here. Hold on a sec. Yeah, you just be screwing around forever here. But if you go that way, then you'll get it. But you may have to use a Dremel to shave some of that, so you can go in sideways like this. Okay, so what I like to do is keep the speaker out. You know, we're ready to bolt all this on, okay? But if we keep the speaker out, we can see the window when we place it in, which is going to help us. So we're going to start putting on the bolts. All right, I'm putting in the glass. Man, look at that, we got it backwards. There we go. All right, you know what we're gonna do? Just take this out. Make it a lot easier. have to align it up. Like that. Okay guys, so when you put the window in and you have a hard time aligning it up with the clamps, just put the window up all the way, right? And then get some kind of shims, like those toilet shims, so you can keep it up. And then just connect this so you got power to your motor, and bring it up, Bring the window regulator rails, the clamps, just bring it up all the way, and it'll catch the window, and that's it. Then you can bring it down in order to be able to tighten them. Now, see, it's aligned. I had a good idea too with not putting in the speaker yet, because now look, I know it's in right there. It's perfect. You could totally see it in. So now we're gonna tighten these screws up. And don't tighten these too much or you'll break the glass, okay? Just a little tight, a little bit. Okay. Remember this? Let's put this back on. Okay, got the speaker on now. We're gonna kind of put this wire back together, put it around everything. Like that, okay? All right, we're ready to put the door panel on, but I don't think you're gonna be able to see when I connect these clips, but it's okay. They make the clips so they could only go onto one spot, so that's gonna go on the door locks and the window motor, the airbag. They're all different clips, so you don't need to worry about if you're getting it in the wrong spot, because it just won't fit if it's the wrong one. Oh yeah, this here's a little tricky. You have to put it in and then go down. You'll hear it click, that you did it, so. But I'm gonna do that last. I'm gonna connect all the damn connectors first. Okay, so that's gonna go in. If you do it right, you just hear a nice click noise. Okay, they got it. Let's check it. Yep, that's good. Okay, what do we have left? Not a lot. We're almost done. Okay, so we're gonna push these pop rivets in. I just like to do it like that. Okay. All right. Remember this one? get it in. We have two. One is for here, which is going to be this one with the big washer on the outside so it holds in the plastic junk. That's how you know. So this one's got a washer built in it. See it? And then this one is smaller so it'll fit down there. Okay, the very last step, we got the screw in here and the screw in here. Just this little funny faceplate thing, and that's it. We're done. And that's it. Okay. All right, let's check it out. Let's check the window. Ugh. Okay, nice. So that's it, guys. It's just patience. That's all it is. All right, we got it. We're done.